The Navy in white, the Air Force in blue. This ceremony, of course, all about piecing together the various bits of a very rich and diverse Indian culture. We emphasized it in the opening ceremony. We're doing the same in this closing, celebrating the diversity. And it is that paradox, really, Tinku, which is to say that India is a very strong and clearly defined national identity that can, in fact, include such a rich diversity.
I think that's what many Indians are very proud of, Hugh, that all cultures have been embraced in this new India, which came into birth in 1947, and you can definitely see that. Now, these bands are huge favourites with crowds, and they're mainly seen at Republic Day parades and at the beating of the retreat after the Republic Day parade.
Hugh, I think one of the abiding memories for me at these games have been the ceremonial guards at the ceremonies, at the medal ceremonies. Their marching discipline has been, well, at a level I've rarely seen surpassed anywhere in the world. And they were very, very colourful. And you know, with obviously military bands here, and I made the point at the beginning, there's been a lot of military here, over 100,000 people, and sometimes they can look quite imposing with their guns, but you know, they've been very approachable, and even though they've been here, we've been saying hello and good afternoon, and you know, they've been very, very friendly, which has just helped to dampen down, I think, the fear factor as well.
Might be something familiar.
Well, the first time we've heard the sound of the pipes this evening, but I think it's a safe bet with Glasgow coming up. It's not the last. Four triangular formations forming a great square, and then a turn in the other direction. Very cleverly executed.
You can see all the bands have actually formed stars. The formations are very precise.
Pipes and drums performing several pieces in this ceremony this evening, starting with India Gate, then moving on to Deshon Ka Sartaj, some of their, if you like, some of their greatest hits, their most popular pieces.
Yes, Deshon Ka Sartaj, which is Crown of the Country. You'll also hear Chai Bharti, Air Battle, and one of the most popular military songs, Sare Jahan Se Acha, which will be performed as well.
warm welcome for the military bands. And it's at times like this as well, Tinku, that you get a pretty graphic illustration of the shared traditions, not least of the British military.
Yes, I mean, definitely see the remnants of the British military in the Indian Army and all three armed forces actually here. There's also a lot of pride in their armed forces in India. Indians do feel that the armed forces are very disciplined and do a great job in keeping the country safe as well.
Great precision being shown there by the drummers. The drummers call initially, of course, and then being joined by the other corps too. Great display of control and discipline there by the drummers. Really one of the highlights of this military music here. Indian Air Force stepping forward here to play Jai Bharti, and then moving on to Sare Jahan Se Acha. military band's part in the centre of the arena. As they near the end of this performance. Most of it directed by Major Vijay Singh, who is leading and conducting the military bands, but assisted too, there he is in the centre with his back to us, and he's assisted too by Major Surinder Kumar, who's in charge of the pipe and drum bands.